Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we are going to continue our season rank climb using the team that we built from scratch. Now in episode 3, we hit Master Ball rank, which is great. And in episode 4, we fell really far from where we wanted to be. For last episode, we went 1 and 4, which is terrible ranking, but it was a humbling experience nonetheless. It's something that needed to happen. Now, I do apologize ahead of time that if I sound off, I'm tired, I'm not feeling too well, but I'm here to record and bring you guys some content. And I do apologize for not releasing anything on Saturday. The podcast ran a little bit longer. I woke up later because I'd been playing Baldur's Gate 3 with my friends quite a bit and lost track of time. The game is quite fun, but we're not here to listen to that. But if you guys want to see my progress in that game, either solo or with my friends, let me know down in the comments down below and I'll record something for you guys to watch. Otherwise, what we're here for is some Pokemon battles. The only announcement that I have for this is I will be recording matches earlier throughout the week so that I can have time to watch the World Championships later on this week. So they premiere on the 10th of August at 4:30 p.m. PST, and I will be paying attention to them throughout the day and the time that they're live streaming. You guys will not miss any videos from me because I will be recording quite a bit. And even today, I think I have 2 or 3 required today so that you guys will have half the week, and I'm going to be releasing something on Sunday so that you guys can get something for me missing Saturday, because usually I upload 6 days a week, but I missed it last Saturday, so you guys get an extra one. So there's that. I don't know what we are for rankings, but we are doing really well in hitting our sub YouTube goal, which is 400 for the month of August, and we are currently at 368. Now, we used to be higher, but I do apologize. People do leave, and I'm sorry that you left, but I hope that you'll come back and enjoy the content later on. So without further ado, let's go back into Pokemon Scarlet here and have ourselves some good matches. Just don't forget, leave a like on the video if you like it, dislike it if you didn't, leave a comment down below. I do reply to any and all comments you guys leave behind, and subscribe. And if you want to prove my uncle right, hit the bell so you get notified when I release content. It does help out the channel quite a bit. And again, we're trying to hit 400 subs at the end of August. Let's get into it. All right, our first match is up. We've got, ooh, okay. Thundurus, Galarian Arcanine, Meowscarada, Sandy Shocks, Sneasler, I think it's Sneasler, and Iron Valiant. Okay. Interesting. So how do we deal with this assortment of Pokemon? I know that Galarian Moltres, I don't think it's an ice type anymore. I know it's flying, but I don't know if it's ice. Safe to say it's probably best to come in with Iron Hands in that case. Meowscarada could also be a problem with Flower Trick and stuff. I don't think. Oh, maybe Urshifu would be weak against that quite a bit. I guess we'll walk in with Tornadus, Iron Hands, Chien-Pao, and Dragonite. I think that's who we'll walk in with. We'll leave Fluttermane in the back as well as Urshifu. I don't think that they're going to be helpful here. Even though Fluttermane could do like quite a bit on that side of the field, I think Iron Valiant would still be weak against their Pokemon, or my Pokemon, but I'm not 100%. At any rate, we will see what we do for this match. Meowscarada and Iron Valiant. Start us off. Okay, Quark Drive activates on Iron Valiant, raises its speed. So we need to then use Tailwind. We could taunt the Iron Valiant. I think that's the buff Pokemon over there, but since its speed was heightened, I don't think it's going to be doing anything but buffing. Or not, it's not going to do anything. It's going to do everything but buffing. It could still be a Pokemon that's really, really helpful, but anyway, I'm going to do that, and we're going to bake out the Meowscarada. Because I don't think the speed tier for Iron Valiant is higher than Tornadus right now. I'm going to double check that. Wide Guard from Iron Valiant, which is totally fine because I'm doing Fake Out instead on the Meowscarada. Possibly pop in the Focus Sash. And I'm going to use Tailwind instead. I mean, it was a good strat, Iron Valiant, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that was the one that you needed to do. Now I'm going to taunt the Iron Valiant so it doesn't do anything. I don't think it's dark. That's another thing I should look at. Is Iron Valiant dark? She is not, so I don't have anything to fear for that. But Meowscarada is, until it changes its typing. But I'm going to Drain Punch. Actually, Heavy Slam might be more beneficial, but I don't like... Yeah, Heavy Slam. No, Drain Punch. I'm already going into Iron Valiant, so I don't want to double into one slot in case a Protect happens. But this shuts down everything else that Iron Valiant could do. So Taunt goes to that slot. Moonblast will now hit Iron Hands, which will not do a whole lot of damage. Meowscarada will use Play Rough. Changes its type to Fairy. Goes right into Iron Hands, which will knock it out, which is unfortunate. Even under Tailwind. Even under Tailwind. That's interesting. Bring out Dragonite now. Bleak Wind. And we will Terra Normal, Extreme Speed. No. Terra Normal. Stomping? I mean, that's not going to do anything, right? Iron Valiant gets Quick Guard, which is what I'm trying to avoid. So yeah. We'll do that. We're going to Terra Normal, and then we're going to go into Stomping Tantrum. In the event that they do use Quick Guard, but they also cannot use it. Sandy Shocks comes out next, which is totally fine. They're going to Terra, and it's going to go into the Iron Valiant. And it's going to be Ghosts. So it was a prediction there. Since they can't do anything to stop the priority, they can't do anything to prevent it, so to speak. So I'm going to play into it, kind of, but I'm going to use Stomping Tantrum instead. Because I don't need to use Extreme Speed in this case. I've got Tailwind up. Bleak Wind hits Iron Valiant for a lot. Drops its speed a stage, and here comes Stomping Tantrum. Now they could be thinking that I might just be a regular Dragon Dance set, or just someone that is a complete moron, but that doesn't matter. I'm neither one, by the way. I'm just trying to outsmart my opponent by making them think of something else, since this is a closed bracket battle and all. So who do you bring out? You knocked out one of my Pokemon, and you did it really, really well, and I have to applaud you for that. Okay, Sneasler comes out. I'm going to Bleak Wind again. That's going to do a lot to the Sneasler. And Stomping Tantrum to Sandy Shocks, and I should be faster than that Pokemon since no Photosynthesis went out on that slot. And I think I am faster just under Tailwind alone. Sneasler will protect, which is totally fine. Sandy Shocks has not done anything yet, but Bleak Wind will go off and will miss Sneasler, but will hit the Sandy Shocks. Does very little damage still, but Stomping Tantrum will come in and knock out Sandy Shocks. Whew, Tailwind is gone. But now I've got 3 Pokemon to their 2, and Meowscarada is reset to something else now. I'm going to activate Tailwind again. Stomping Tantrum. And I'm going to hit the Sneasler. Now, Meowscarada is going to change the type once more. I don't think it gets a fighting type, but it may. Don't check that real fast. I already clicked in, so I can't change anything. Here you are. It does not... Well, it does get low kick, so it could change itself to fighting if it taught at low kick. You can also do low sweep. Sneasel will protect. It does fail. You can also learn Aura Sphere. Ooh. Meowscarada can get Aura Sphere? That's dope. Stomping Tantrum will go right into the Sneasler. And we'll knock it out. Nothing on the Meowscarada so far. Flower Trick. Protean changes it grass type. It's going to hurt Dragonite because it's an auto hit, auto crit. I can't do anything about that. But now since it's grass, it can't do anything else. But neither can I, unfortunately. We're gonna swap out to Chien-Pao because we know that we could survive a move. So we're good. I think we got this fight. It's pretty one-sided. Now, Meowscarada could have Overgrow, but it's gonna be hard. Bleak Wind, boom, knocks out Meowscarada. There we go. And down goes the last Pokemon of this team. And we did it. Alrighty, we've got Fluttermane, Hisuian Goodra, Water Tauros, Cinderace, Brute Bonnet, and Iron Hands. So it's a wide assortment of Pokemon. I don't necessarily know what the deal is here particularly, but we do have a couple of Pokemon that we do have to worry about. One of them being Brute Bonnet, who's part Dark type. I can't taunt him, so I'm gonna have to just work around that somehow and not worry about it as much. But Cinderace is a really strong Pokemon, and I mean, Water Tauros is fairly decent to deal with. I guess the Pokemon I'm worried about the most is most likely the Hisuian Goodra. He's so bulky, so tanky. It takes forever to knock out. But in this case, since I got Fluttermane, I have to try to outspeed that Pokemon regardless of what I try to do. So I'm going to do Tornadus. I'm going to bring in Iron Hands to fake out the other Pokemon, then knock out the Fluttermane if I possibly could. Chien-Pao to counter out Brute Bonnet, and Dragonite to counter out not only Iron Hands, but Hisuian Goodra. And it can also do quite a bit of damage to the Tauros, but Tauros is also going to have Intimidate, most likely. I mean, you could have Anger Point. I think that's like a really good move to have. But is that enough to where you can survive? Cinderace and Iron Hands, both shiny. Congratulations. All right, so what we're gonna do first is set up Tailwind. Yes, Tailwind, so that I outspeed their Iron Hands, and then I'm gonna fake out Cinderace. Okay, they're gonna swap. Let's bring out Tauros, Intimidator for sure. Also shiny. Fake out Tauros, that's totally fine. I hurt myself with the Rocky Helmet. Interesting. Their Iron Hands hasn't moved yet. Wild Charge. Boom. Right into the Tornadus, it's gonna knock him out. That's totally fine. Iron Hands gets hit by the recoil. Okay. So now my Dragonite comes out. And I'm going to then click Stomping Tantrum right on that. And I'm going to Thunder Punch the Tauros. Now I don't use Wild Charge just because of the recoil. The recoil to me does a lot more than I'm willing to give. They withdrew the Tauros so that they can get another Intimidator off. In comes Fluttermane. Stomping Tantrum on the Iron Hands, which is not going to knock him out, but gets pretty close. Thunder Punch. No Paralyze. Drain Punch. Does very little to my Iron Hands. But now I do this. Terra normal, stomping tantrum. Oh, that's a good question. Fluttermane's gonna outspeed me, so Iron Hands is in danger right now. Switch to Chien Pao. Switch to this. We're gonna Terra. Dragonite's gonna become normal. We're gonna continue doing Stomping Tantrum. Because right now, Chien Pao is gonna automatically survive one attack. And we're gonna hit Iron Hands out of here, so he's not gonna attack this turn. And if Fluttermane does anything, Dazzling Gleam comes out. It's going to take Chien Pao to 1 HP, but it's not going to be enough to knock it out. Tauros to bring out the Intimidator. That switch in was probably set up for extreme speed. But I'm going to hit the Tauros and I'm going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. Withdrew the Fluttermane, so that's a good call. Going to bring out Cinderace. Sucker Punch will fail. Aqua Jet knocks out the Chien Pao. Stomping Tantrum will now knock out Tauros. Does not. And Dragonite was hurt due to Rocky Helmet. Okay. Iron Hands now comes back out. Stomping Tantrum will hit Cinderace. And I'm going to Heavy Slam into Tauros, thinking that it's going to switch out again. It's either Cinderace or Tauros that's going to swap out right now. And it would be beneficial if either one of those did get swapped out. Tauros will protect. Pyro Ball from Cinderace. Right into the Dragonite, it's going to knock him out. It's probably Life Orb. But my Dragonite's attack and speed specifically, so it's not meant to handle like a lot of moves. Heavy Slam goes into Tauros. So maybe Fake Out should have been there, but I was worried about the switch in regardless. So I'm going to Drain Punch the Tauros. It's probably like the best one that I can get HP from. I'm going to Terra. And it's going to be Cinderace. And it's going to be Ghost. Thinking that I will attack into that slot. Not bad. Pyro Ball. Iron Hands does survive. Does get the burn, so there goes that match. I mean, we were done as soon as Tornadus got knocked out. No, not as far as that. Excuse me. As soon as Chien Pao got knocked out, I should have protected instead, but I didn't know that they would swap. Like, it was kind of 50-50 there. Okay, next match, we've got Typhlosion, Dragonite, Basculogen, Kleavor, Tornadus, and Chien Pao. So not necessarily the same build type, but probably the same build type. Kleavor's going to be the problem here since we can get out of Chien Pao's and Tornadus' shadow pretty easily. We're going to get Tornadus and Chien Pao. Fluttermane in the back for Dragonite switch-ins. And we'll bring in our own Dragonite so that we can take advantage of extreme speed here. Now, Typhlosion is Ghost, so we do need to keep that in mind. But I can still knock out targets that are not Ghost in a reliable time frame. So that's what we need to work out. Any defensive terras on their team would probably Tornadus. You could still do Dragonite and Chien Pao if you so choose. I don't think it's the best ones in his case, but then we got Tornadus and Typhlosion. Okay, I'll bring out Tornadus and Chien Pao. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and tail. I mean, no, do we need? We don't need to Tailwind. I'm gonna Rain Dance because they're gonna have to Tailwind to get faster than me, and then I come in after that. So I'm gonna Rain Dance to lower down Typhlosion's shenanigans because he's gonna use Eruption, and I'm gonna Sucker Punch him right in the face. Typhlosion will protect, so that's a good call on their part. I'm gonna Rain Dance. Sucker Punch will fail. Rain Dance. Make it Typhlosion's attacks weaker, and they're gonna taunt. I'm totally cool with that because they didn't get Tailwind off. I mean, they still can, don't get me wrong. But I can swap out and do something completely different. That might be the case here, but I also don't want to make sure that I don't want Dragonite's multi-scale to be procced. I have no way to get it back up to full HP if it does. Bleak Wind will happen there. And Sucker Punch to the Typhlosion. I do not want this Typhlosion to attack. Typhlosion will double protect, and it fails, but that prevents the Sucker Punch from happening. They'll use Tailwind, so they'll go faster, which is totally fine. But now Bleak Wind's gonna come in and does quite a bit of damage. Now, since Typhlosion has been hit, I don't have to worry about him too much, and Tornadus got -1 in speed. That's actually really, really good. Let's go ahead and take out Tornadus now. Ice Spinner should... It's probably not. Shadow Ball is going to come out from the Typhlosion into the Tornadus. Isn't going to do a whole lot. Bleak Wind on their side is going to knock out my Tornadus. Chien Pao will stand tall. My speed did fall after that. But now here comes the Ice Spinner, which is going to knock out their Tornadus. The one time I'm not expecting him to actually do a move, he does a move. Chien Pao comes out on their side. Fluttermane comes out on mine. Now they're under Tailwind, so I have to be very, very careful of what I do now. My speed was heightened. Terra Fairy, Shadow Ball into Typhlosion, and I'm going to Sucker Punch into Chien Pao. I'm assuming they're going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane to knock it out because most Galks do not survive a Sucker Punch, but I will survive somewhat with a Terra Fairy. Fluttermane, so hopefully that works. Typhlosion will protect, which is totally fine. Chien Pao will Sucker Punch, and I do survive. That's what I was worried about. Oh, they're faster. Oh, okay. That's good to know. That's actually great to know. Okay, I did 60 damage. So that's good. It's interesting. Moonblast into the Chien Pao. Sucker Punch into Typhlosion. Sucker Punch into Typhlosion. There you go. Go down. Chien Pao Secret Sword into my Chien Pao, which will knock it out. It's unfortunate, but it has to happen. Moonblast into their Chien Pao. Bring it down to its sash. And the rain stopped. And their Tailwind's gone. In comes Dragonite. And in comes their Cleavor. This is going to dictate the rest of the game. Shadow Ball does do a little bit of damage, just it's effective on both. I have to worry about being Sucker Punched, but I don't really have to because Dragonite's on the field now and he can easily do his shenanigans. We're gonna Terra Moonblast into that slot. We're gonna Extreme Speed into Chi and Pao. Oh, neither one of those affect Cleavor too much. Interesting. Yes, Extreme Speed into Chi and Pao. Chi and Pao will protect, which is totally fine. It's the better call, honestly. It's the way better call. Here comes Moonblast from a Terra Fairy Fluttermane right into Cleavor, which is going to knock him out. Woo! I'm not sure when, but we were able to pull this match back into our favor. Moonblast and Chi and Pao, Extreme Speed into Chi and Pao. Battle's canceled. I mean, it was a lose on their part. I got locked into Extreme Speed. I can't switch out after that. All right, next match is up. We've got Iron Hands, Vivillon, Fluttermane, Urshifu, Indeedee, and Chi and Pao. Okay, so we've got an Intimidator, Fake Outer, someone that deals with priority, and someone that abuses priority. Now, because, oh, that's not female, that's male. Oh, interesting. It still has Trick Room, by the way, so we will have to play around that a little bit, but 3 out of the 6 members are slower, and then the other 3 are faster. So I don't think that's going to be the case there. I do believe it still gets Psychic Surge, though, so that's something else. I'm not 100% sure how to prep for this team, but we're going to bring in Tornadus and Fluttermane, Iron Hands. I mean, they have their own Iron Hands. Okay, maybe we'll bring in our own Chi and Pao. Who knows? I mean, they do have Urshifu. We'll bring in Iron Hands and Chi and Pao. We'll leave Urshifu and Dragonite in the back. I'm leaving those 2 in the back because of the fact that even though that I can use Extreme Speed, I don't think it's going to be beneficial here. Having Tornadus, though, makes it so that I outspeed them a lot of the time. Oh, that's a shiny Rayquaza. That's so dope. I can't read any of those, so it's Urshifu and Iron Hands, and that's a Rapid Strike, so that's cool. So Fake Out does not work against Fluttermane, and it's not going to work against Tornadus either because of the fact that we've got double negates over on that end of the spectrum. Now, I do not want to use Rain Dance because it's going to really benefit the Urshifu quite a bit. But my first turn at this point is not Tailwind. I don't need to use it. So it's going to be Bleak Wind. And I'm going to then use Moonblast. Should I Terra? Iron Hands is going to knock out Tornadus, so I really want to be down. No. Terra Normal or Terra Ghost, and we will then double into Urshifu. I'm going to Terra now, so if it is Wild Charge, Tornadus will survive, because Wild Charge will knock it out. It doesn't live for very much longer after that. I do take out the Terra from Fluttermane, which is terrible, but if it is Fake Out, I ignore the Fake Out. No Fake Out. Moonblast goes right into Iron Hands, almost knocking it out, though. That is really, really high. Bleak Wind will now come in after that, knocks out the Iron Hands, and knocks Urshifu down to its sash. Holy cow! I thought I doubled into Urshifu, not knock out Iron Hands right off the bat. That's dope. And here comes the Surging Strikes onto the Fluttermane, which is going to knock it out. Fluttermane goes down. Tornadus stands tall. And we're just going to... Oh, that's a good question. We'll go into Iron Hands. Let's not overdo this. Let's go into Iron Hands. They're gonna bring out their next Pokemon, which is Chien-Pao. Totally fine with that. We're gonna Tailwind to negate the attack over there. And we're just gonna go right into... Actually, we're gonna fake out... No, he's gonna protect. He has to protect. He has to know protect. We're gonna Drain Punch the Chien-Pao. Yep, there it is. Knew it. Knew it. Detect. I'm going to Tailwind so I become faster than the Urshifu on that side of the field. The only time that I do not is if it's what am I thinking of? Drain Punch right into Chien-Pao. It's going to take all of its HP because Focus Sash is on a completely different Pokemon. That's dope. Oh. The only time that Urshifu would outspeed a Tailwind boosted Iron Hands is if it is Scarfed, but it's not because it used 2 moves. Fluttermane now comes in with the booster energy active and speed was heightened. So now Tornadus is in danger. He's in a lot of danger. I will swap him for Chien-Pao. And Iron Hands is going to go right into Fluttermane. Heavy Slam and all. Its speed's is heightened. I can't do anything about it. But they're going to Terra. It's going to be the Fluttermane. And you're probably going to be Fairy. Yep. Dazzling Gleam. My side of the field's going to knock Chien-Pao down to its 1 HP due to Sash. Surgeon Strike's going to go on the Urshifu or on the Iron Hands, which is going to knock it out, unfortunately. Please don't. Stand tall. He does with 5 HP. Let's go. Here comes the Heavy Slam right into that Fluttermane, which is going to knock it right out. 5 HP with a Dazzling Gleam. Oh, this barely survives. All right, Chien-Pao, just go ahead and Sucker Punch him. And I'm just gonna Thunder Punch him right in the face. Sucker Punch, boom. Urshifu goes down. That could have been so bad. That could have been so bad. I swapped out of Tornadus. I did have another Pokemon in the back, but that could have been bad. All right, our last match of the day is here. Oh, we got Serena, Chien-Pao, Basculegion. This is the female form, I believe. Might be the male form. I'm not 100% sure. Golden Go, Pelipper, and Toxicroak. Now, Basculegion is a note here, guys. I'm just gonna bring him up right now. He should be a water type, might be fighting. Basculegion, there it is. So we go to the Basculegion. The male form is the red one, the female form is the purple one, I believe. Oh no, it's the red one is the male one, this one is the female one, and this one's got Swift Swim and also Adaptability and Mold Breaker. So this is the one that you'll probably want to watch out for the most. It's the more bulkier one, I think. Nope, scratch that. It's the more attacker one. So it's 120 HP, 112 base attack. So there's that. Because of that, we're gonna go into Tornadus and Iron Hands. So I can take out that Pelipper. We're gonna go ahead and grab Chien-Pao first, and then we're gonna grab Urshifu after that. We'll leave Fluttermane in the back because Toxicroak is going to knock her out pretty pretty good. I think he's poison something. I know that he's poison. I don't know his other typing. Oops, wrong one. Toxic Croak is poison fighting. So it would be kind of weak against fairy, but he'd be neutral to it because poison's resistant to that. Okay, so Serena is going to have Queenly Majesty, which is going to negate priority moves on that side of the field. So I'm not going to worry about it as much. Instead, what I'm going to do is just Tailwind so that I'm faster. And then I'm going to Drain Punch Chien-Pao. Now, Queenly Majesty does prevent Taunt. It becomes a priority move after that. Now, Serena could also have another move, which is, or not move, but ability, which is Leaf Guard or Sweet Veil. It's probably not going to have Sweet Veil. Sweet Veil, it prevents itself and its ally from falling asleep. And Leaf Guard prevents that Pokemon from being affected by status effects during strong sunlight. So it's okay. Drain Punch is not going to do anything to this Chien-Pao because it just Terra Ghost. So that was a waste, but I'm going to Tailwind all the same. I'm going to get knocked out here from this Chien-Pao with Ice Spinner. And goodbye, Tornadoes. But all the same, Serena is going to be a little bit of an issue now because it's, again, most likely we'll have Queenly Majesty. Power Whip on that Iron Hands does do quite a bit of damage. We're going to bring out our own Chien-Pao. And we have Tailwind, so we're going to do a lot of damage here. We're going to Ice Spinner into that slot. And I'm going to swap into Urshifu on Iron Hand's side, which is a terrible decision, but I'm assuming that Chien-Pao is going to knock out Serena. It could have the Sash here, but Chien-Pao is also on the field. Most likely will also have the Sash. No item went off when they attack, so I just have to kind of play it safe. Here comes Urshifu. They'll protect, which is totally fine. Ice Spinner right into that slot. Again, I can't use any priority moves until they'll Sacred Sword into Chien-Pao. My Focus Sash will keep me alive, though. So Ice Spinner will now go back into the Serena, and I will Searching Strikes, actually Terra Water Searching Strikes, into the Chien-Pao. This match could go out of favor. I think right now we're 2-2. No, this is last match. I think we're 3-1 so far. I'll have to look back at the footage, but I believe we're 3-1. We might be 3-2 though. Withdrew Serena to bring out a new Pokemon, which is totally fine. Baskia Legion. I'm going to Terra. Sucker Punch might be coming out here from that side of the field with their Chien-Pao. There it is. Boom. I'm not sure why I thought differently, but that's okay. Serena swapped out, so we can't do... Oh, Chien-Pao is Life Orb. So Serena had the Sash. So I wouldn't be able to knock it out one turn anyway. So it's a good call by them by not sacrificing it right away. But Chien-Pao is now going to go down. Oh, look at this. Iron Hands is still in here. That's dope. Serena now comes out. Queenly Majesty is active once again. But I'm going to... How long do I have of Tailwind? Last turn of Tailwind. I'm going to Drain Punch. Basket Legion doesn't affect it because it's ghost type. Thunder Punch into the Bascio. And I'm going to Surging Strikes. Well, both of them might actually be a benefit. Drain Punch to Serena, Surging Strikes into the Serena. Surging Strikes, it's now going to pop the Sash. Bring it down to half. Less than half. Citrus Berry, so it doesn't have... Okay. Neat. Hit the Pokemon 3 times. Drain Punch right after that. It's gonna get a little bit more HP for the Iron Hands here. Shadow Ball from the Bascio Legion. That's terrible. That's a physical type, not... That's a physical type. Why did you go special? Is there something that I don't know? Not sure. And Talon's gone. Yeah, I was gonna Thunder Punch the Basket Legion. Withdrew Serena. Golden Go comes out next. Good call. Shadow Ball. I don't think I'll live for this one. Nope. Nice try though. Let's bring up my Notion thing so I can keep track of all my matches for today. This. There we go. All right, our first match is ready to go. We've got Hisuian Goodra, Grimmsnarl, Landorus, Therian, Rillaboom, Heatran, and Urshifu. We don't know if that's Rapid Strike or Single Strike, but we'll see what it is. So, I see a couple Fake Outers, an Intimidator, someone that's really strong offensively, excuse me, someone's that's strong specially, and then someone that can slow down the game considerably. So, in this regard, I think the best course of action that I have is to come in with Tornadus, Chien Pao for the opening. We could also go on Flutter Mane, but I don't think that's gonna make a whole lot of difference, but it would help out with the fake out pressure. Let's see. Landorus does have Earthquake and will negate anything Iron Hands could do. We'll bring in Urshifu and Dragonite. That's who I will bring on my side of the field. I'm going to leave Flutter Mane and Iron Hands alone, even though Fake Out is really, really good. If I end up coming across a Pokemon that doesn't get flinched, which I don't believe it's not going to happen there, but we'll just leave it as it is. I also like the fireworks in the background. It's probably for Worlds weekend, and I'm so totally excited for, because that's dope. I'm gonna be watching that on Thursday. So, Grimmsnarl and Hisuian Goodra right off the bat. So we've got one person that I can't taunt and another person that I can, but I do outspeed. So I'm gonna taunt the Hisuian Goodra, and I'm gonna Sacred Sword. Yeah, I'm gonna Sacred Sword. Do I Sacred Sword? I mean, I could Sucker Punch, but is that gonna be a difference? No. They're going to start off with something different. I'm going to Sacred Sword Goodra. They're going to Terra, which is a good idea, because now they're going to remove Goodra's resistance to fighting, and it's now Fairy, so now it's not going to do a whole lot. But I'm okay with this because, you know, the other option is, oh, Fake Out into Tornadus, which isn't going to do a whole lot, but here comes the Taunt into Hisuian Goodra. And here comes the Sacred Sword into that slot. It's not going to do a whole lot, but it is going to do some. A Rocky Helmet does stop it, or it does pop a little bit of damage. And we stop Shelter now. We could Bleak Wind into something else, since now they get to have access to Parting Shot, which is totally fine. But Goodra is going to be a very interesting case. I don't have the Tailwind, although Tailwind's probably going to be really, really beneficial here soon. Well, Blake Wind, and I will Protect with Chien Pao. I probably caught him off guard. Reflect will go up for Grimmsnarl. I probably caught them off guard thinking that, oh, Fake Out's going to stop Tornadus from doing stuff, and it actually doesn't, so which is really, really cool. And Body Press goes into the Chien Pao slot, in which will fail. Cool. I think we're going to go ahead and do Bleak Wind again. And then I'm going to... is fighting... I could Terra. It would save my Chien Pao, but for how much? Body Press wouldn't do anything. Yeah, we'll save Chien Pao. We'll Terra, Ice Spinner into Grimmsnarl. This is probably more of a defensive move, just to try to keep Chien Pao on the field. With Reflect, though, it's going to lower down attacks, and they'll probably use Light Screen for special attacks, just to kind of make it even. There you go, Screener's up and ready to go, and we've got Light Clay on that Pokemon as well, so that's totally fine. Boom. Ice Spinner. Bleak Wind right after that. It does not knock out the Grimmsnarl, but it would have if Light Screen wasn't up, but we'll lower down the speed for Chien Pao, or sorry, Goodra, and Body Press on to Chien Pao, which isn't going to do a whole lot. So we did save Chien Pao because Ice is weak against fighting moves, I think. So that saved us quite a bit. We're going to taunt the Goodra, and we're going to Sacred Sword into Grimmsnarl. No shelter for you. Body Press isn't going to do anything. And Parting Shot. I was thinking about doing Sucker Punch, but Sucker Punch probably wouldn't do anything. But we attacked into that slot thinking that it would bring out something else. So hopefully it does. But that -1 is hard. Ooh! Here we go. Sacred Sword into a Heatran. That's still a lot, but couldn't Life do because of Taunt. Oof, that's rough. That's rough. Okay, I'm gonna Rain Dance, and then I'm gonna Protect with Chien Pao. Yeah, I'm gonna Protect with Chien Pao. I think that's the better call here. Rain Dance is going to make sure that Heatran can't do anything for... There's Protect. That's totally fine. Totally fine. We just want to prevent Heat Wave. So, because they protected, obviously, we don't have to worry about Heat Wave. Heavy Slam is going to go into Tornadus. It's going to knock him out, unfortunately. But that's okay. Dragonite, who we do have in our party, is going to take advantage of everything that's gone on so far. It won't be Terra'd, but it will still take a great advantage of that. As a matter of fact, we're not even going to do that at all. We're going to go Urshifu instead, so that we can knock out Heatran without question. That's the better call, because then we can go right into that slot, and then we can Sacred Sword. Oops, not Sacred Sword, but Ice Spinner. Well, we could get an attack off automatically with Sucker Punch, actually. Oh, it doesn't do anything. Never mind. Yeah, we'll do that. Sucker Punch wouldn't do a whole lot of damage, but they're going to retreat Heatran. It's totally fine. You got to bring out Grimmsnarl. Landorus. Ooh. Intimidate drops the attacks even further for Chien Pao. That's not a good combination for me, my man. So, Ice Spinner into the Goodra. Ooh. And Surging Strikes into the Landorus, which is definitely going to knock him out. Owie. Owie. That hurts a lot. Now we have to swap out Chien Pao. He's no good for anyone right now. No good for anyone, even if I wanted to. It's not good to have him on the field anymore. Even at -1 with the Urshifu, it's still not a good idea. but it's better off than what I've got. So we're gonna protect on Urshifu because Fake Out's gonna come out now, and we'll swap to Dragonite. This should be our win condition from here on out. Gudra's been on the field for a very long time, but he's got -1 or maybe 2 speed. I haven't lowered any of his other stuff. My team doesn't necessarily do that, but it might be a good idea for like maybe season 10 or maybe later on this season, depending. We'll protect with Urshifu. Fake Out goes into the Urshifu slot, does nothing. We want to prevent that. And Dragonite should take this hit with no problem. Ooh, Shelter finally goes off, raising the defenses of Gudra. That's cool. Question is, yep, we'll go into that slot and do the best, and we'll Extreme Speed into Grimmsnarl. Extreme Speed is going to knock out Grimmsnarl, no problem, and we're locked into Extreme Speed now. Now, Dragonite has no problems doing what he's doing, but I'm going to get hurt a lot with Rocky Helmet, and I'm doing no damage to this Gudra now, which isn't fun. Well, I shouldn't say no damage. I'm still doing damage. It's not the best amount of damage. Life Deal will now go off. Just gonna heal it. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot. And Heatran now comes back out. Urshifu will now go into Heatran. And Extreme Speed will also go into Heatran. I'm making sure that I don't pop Dragonite's multi-scale. That's the only thing I want to try to prevent. I can knock out Heatran just like that one move. It's not a big deal. I just want to keep multi-scale intact as long as possible. Because that's now +4 in defense. That's huge. That's honestly huge. But the Reflect is now worn off. So now they're going to be taking a little bit more extra damage. Swap Urshifu for Chien-Pao. And I'll Extreme Speed into Gudra now. So now, since it's +4 in defense, I'm going to lower it down by 25%. Since Chien-Pao is now on the field, and Reflect is gone, so this should do a lot. Ooh, that's a lot. Rocky Helmet comes out. It's going to Life Dew. And Light Screen now wore off. Sacred Sword isn't going to do a whole lot to that, but it's going to ignore the bonuses. Oh, that sucks, actually. So yeah, we'll Ice Spinner into Extreme Speed. Taking damage from Rocky Helmet, so now Gudra can do a lot more damage to me. Ice Spinner into that slot. Hopefully it doesn't knock out Chien-Pao. He will live with just 7 HP. Life Dew is so tough to get through. Okay, Extreme Speed one more time. Honestly, if you guys want my opinion, I should have swapped there. I honestly should have swapped there, because then when I can bring Dragonite out, when Chien-Pao goes down now, it would have, I would have survived. Now I don't have, now I have to struggle. I could have swapped out, did something else to do a little bit more damage. It's going to try to outlive me because of Life Dew, but I'm doing damage. And I'm doing considerable amount of damage. This is not like a thing. But now I have to deal with a Dragonite that's going to struggle. Surgeon Strikes. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to knock myself out now. Did he stay alive? He did. No more moves he can use. Struggle. It's a lot of damage. Yep, and there's the life too. I literally can't do anything now. He's won this because Gudra has life too. I don't have poison jab. If I did, that would have been easier. But I chose Aqua Jet over poison jab. Oh well, we tried, guys. That's just only match 1. But I totally should have swapped Dragonite out before Chien Pao knocked himself out. That would have been the play. I didn't think of it at the time though. Perhaps I wouldn't have knocked myself out so heavily. Maybe I would have done a little bit more damage, but that's the whole game of what ifs. And we're not gonna play that. It's so dope. I love the fireworks. All right, next match is up. We've got Chien Pao, Landorus, Azumarill, Rillaboom, Heatran, and Zapdos. Okay, so we do have Fake Out Trouble, but the Azumarill is what I'm primarily worried about. So what are we going to do for this particular setup? I think Tornadus, Iron Hands, Urshifu, and let's go Chien Pao. We're gonna leave Dragonite and Fluttermane in the back. I think that's the best course of action because I don't really have a way to combo or to counter Heatran or Rillaboom with Fluttermane, and same thing with Dragonite. I mean, Dragonite has Ice Spinner, but Chien Pao has it as a stab, so that's better for me. Okay, Landorus and Zapdos, just totally fine. So this is kind of like a Disc Quake type of deal right here. Intimidate goes off. Zapdos does this thing. I need to be able to be faster, so I'm going to go ahead and do Tailwind. And I'm going to Fake Out. Oof. This is like weird typing. I mean, Rock Slide could come out. Rock Slide's probably worse, but I'm attacking first anyway, so I don't think Rock Slide's gonna really matter. We'll do Zapdos. Discharge probably better, probably worse, because it doesn't hurt Landorus, but Zapdos is having the Rocky Helmet, so Iron Hands took a little bit of damage there. Zapdos flinch, couldn't move. Rock Slide comes out. It's probably gonna knock out Tornadus. It does not. Gets pretty close. Does nothing for Iron Hands though. And I'm gonna go ahead and just use Bleak Wind. And I could Heavy Slam. Question is who? I guess we could hit Landorus. I mean, Bleak Wind lands, does a little bit of damage on both, and not too strong. Drops Landorus speed though. Heavy Slam will hit Landorus. Hurricane does fail, as it does not rain. And Rock Slide, which is going to knock out Tornadus this time. Now Tailwind is activated, so we're good. We're sitting pretty. Urshifu can now come in and start taking games. Question is, do I want to bring in Urshifu first, or do I want to bring in Chien Pao? Chien Pao can knock out, I think, both of them. I'm going to bring in Urshifu though. And we're going to go ahead and Surging Strikes, Landorus, and I'm gonna Thunder Punch the Zapdos. I believe I went fast, or like went before both of them. I think. I know Urshifu will. Urshifu's faster than both of them. Yeah, during Tailwind. But I don't know who went after me. We'll see. I know that I'm all over the place. It's just kind of like thinking of what to do. Landorus retreats to bring out Azumarill. That's a good switch in. It's shiny. Surging Strikes. It's not going to do a whole lot. But here comes Thunder Punch. Yep. Boom. Doesn't do a lot to Zapdos. Zapdos is going to roost. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and Terra Water Surging Strikes. I want to hit Zapdos, but Zapdos has the Rocky Helm. But I'm going to hit him. And I'm going to Thunder Punch the Azumarill. Because it's in range now. And I still have Tailwind. I think I have Tailwind for one more turn. Okay. Azumarill will protect. That's a good idea. Surging Strikes, Terra Water. This should do a lot of damage. 1. Hurt by Rocky Helm. 2. Hurt by Rocky Helm. And 3. Now, if I hit Zapdos right now with Iron Hands, that probably would have knocked him out. But unfortunately, I went after Azumarill. Tailwind? Good call. My Tailwind's gonna wear out in the next turn. Oh, right now. So that was a really, really, really good call. I am going to go ahead and Aqua Jet though into the Zapdos and switch out Iron Hands into Chien Pao so that Iron Hands stays on the field for a little bit. And when Urshifu does get knocked out, because it's not going to get knocked out by the Rocky Helmet, but I'm going to knock out Zapdos with the Aqua Jet. And when he brings in his next Pokemon, their Tailwind is going to take over. So I'm going to have to play this a little bit more, conservatively. I'm going to have to play around their Tailwind for a little bit. The -1 attack might make it so that Zapdos lives. I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. But Chien Pao is also coming out, which is going to lower down his defenses anyway. So we'll definitely see. Boom. Zapdos is gone. Static will paralyze him. And Rocky Helmet will do a little bit of extra damage. Azumarill now comes out. A little bit of damage. But I'm going to Aqua Jet the Landorus. Sucker Punch? Sucker Punch isn't going to do a whole lot. I'm going to protect on Chien Pao just in case. They're going to Terra. Probably going to be the Landorus. It is. Let's make it water, so less effective or less weak to what I'm just about to do. Otherwise, there was a good chance it was going to get knocked out. Protect will go on Chien Pao. Aqua Jet. Priority move. Boom. Rock Slide does not hurt Chien Pao. Will not knock out Urshifu, but he will... Oh, no. There you go. Neat. Okay. Their Tailwind lasts for one more turn. I'm going to protect with Urshifu and Sucker Punch the Landorus. Because I'm assuming that that is either Scarfed or Assault Vest. It hasn't done anything else. Sucker Punch will knock it out. Aqua Jet will go into the Urshifu, which is totally protected. And their Tailwind is gone. They should not have another Pokemon. They do? Oh, that's dope. Okay, let's go. All right. All right, I have one more. They have one more. Okay, Urshifu already protected. I think the best option is to go ahead and swap them out. Is it? Chin Pao could protect here. And then no, because Aqua Jet's going to come out from Azumarill, so I'm just going to swap out to that. And then I'm going to then protect with Chin Pao. Again, I said I have to play a little bit more conservative, so I'm going to do that. So protect on Chin Pao, send out Iron Hands on my side of the field. They'll Aqua Jet right into the Chin Pao. Interesting. Probably to break the sash. And then Sacred Sword also. Oh, I see what you guys were doing there. I see. I'm in your head. I can clearly see what you're doing there. All right, so I'm gonna fake out. Fake out the Chin Pao. I have to fake out. Actually, I could forsake fake out and just go straight for the Drain Punch. I think I'm gonna do that because then I can then Sucker Punch into Chin Pao. I mean, why not? Like, what's the loss? Well, there's the loss there. God dang it! Oh no! Oh, they double protected. Okay, never mind. I'm good. I'm good. I thought I was gonna get punished there, but apparently I'm not. Let's go. Let's go. Problem is, I no longer have fake out, which is probably what they were preparing for. And I'm gonna Sucker Punch the Azumarill, just to kind of get a little bit of chip damage in there. Sucker Punch, boom. Ooh, that does a lot. Chin Pao, Sacred Sword into my Chin Pao, which is going to leave me down with the 1 HP. And Play Rough. Oh, into Iron Hands, we're just gonna knock it out. Oh man, I thought he would live. I thought he would live. No. Oh, I have Urshifu still. Neat. I forgot all about him, honestly. Okay. Protect. Sacred Sword. No, Sucker Punch. We're going to go for the Sucker Punch again. I'm going to protect here. Sucker Punch is higher than Aqua Jet. Sucker Punch does get the knockout. Let's go. And they Sucker Punch into their Urshifu, which fails. Searching Strikes. And Sacred Sword. Did I pull this one out? Sacred Sword. Brings it down to its sash. Sacred Sword. Defeats the Urshifu. I should have done Aqua Jet. I don't know why I didn't do that. That would have won me the game. That would have been it. I only have one Sucker Punch left, so we'll give it a try. We'll try. My Sucker Punch goes off. Boom! We barely won with 1 HP. Oh my god. How many games have we played? This feels like I've done all 5 already. All right, next match is ready to go. We've got Farafrig, Iron Hands, Bascule Legion, Urshifu, Tornadus, and Landorus. So we have to be very selective of our Pokemon here. Bascule Legion, you are a ghost type Pokemon. You are weak against Fluttermane's Shadow Ball. You also get a huge advantage during rain. So I think what I'm going to do is, I mean, you do have Fake Out, but is that going to be a problem for me? Probably not. So we'll bring in Tornadus, Fluttermane, Dragonite, and I think Chien Pao. We'll leave Urshifu and Iron Hands in the back. Okay. Farafrig and Iron Hands versus Fluttermane and Tornadus. Now, with Farafrig, Quark Drive on Iron Hands that gets activated. Its attack is heightened. That's pretty decent. But Farafrig prevents all of priority moves used on their team, so I can't use any of mine. But I am afraid that Iron Hands is going to be doing something nefarious. So I'm going to Terra Ghost and get Rain Dance started for the following turn. And then I'm going to hit Moonblast. And that could be Ally Switch. I know that they have Ally Switch. Ally Switch. But I'm going to hit that Iron Hands in the face with a Moonblast. Should be Terra Fairy Moonblast. And then should be Bleak Wind, but I'm afraid of Fake Out. Or just Wild Charge in general at this point. Wild Charge would suck. I Terra, and then they Terra. Who are you Terra? It's Farafrig, and you are Fairy. Let's go. Are you boom bursting, or are you just like, I want to be Fairy? Iron Hands does use Fake Out on the Tornadus, which does nothing. It wouldn't do anything anyway, but definitely does nothing anymore. But here comes the Moonblast to the Iron Hands. Almost a one-hit KO. And Trick Room gets active. Twisted Dimension does get activated. We're going to go ahead and use a Bleak Wind. And I'm going to go ahead and use Trick Room of my own to reset the dimensions. Iron Hands is going to detect, which is totally fine. Nasty Plot is totally fine. Bleak Wind. Not going to do anything to Iron Hands, but it's going to do a lot to the Farafrig. See? A lot. That was a lot. And I'm going to redo Trick Room. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Okay, so now we've got that all situated. We're going to go ahead and do Bleak Wind again. And then I'm going to... Well, she might not survive a double attack. It's 100% now. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Withdraw Iron Hands, good call, because it's not going to survive any type of attack that I bring out. Bascule Legion. Totally cool. Shiny. Moonblast. Right into that Farafrig. Does barely hang on, but here comes the Bleak Wind. Will be 100% and knocks out the Farigiraf. Now that Bascule Legion is definitely a problem now, because that is double speed in the rain, but I won't have a problem with it because the max speed that it has is 286 and Fluttermane's automatically 307, so we're good there. But I don't think I've used Tailwind yet. Oh, that's a single strike. That is definitely a single strike. I have not used Tailwind this turn, so that's dope. We're going to go ahead and use Tailwind to get that set up. And then... that's a single strike Urshifu. That's a really strong single strike Urshifu. but I'm going to break the mold. I'm going to bring out Dragonite now. Sucker Punch would have knocked out Flutter Mane because it is a ghost type and it's super effective. This way I save it. And if for whatever reason, Spaskia Legion's going to attack. Oh, there's the Sucker Punch that I was preparing for. And Spaskia Legion uses Aqua Jet. It's not going to do a whole lot to the Dragonite. Sorry. We're going to go ahead and get prepared. I could taunt. Yeah, I'm going to taunt. I'm going to taunt. And I'm going to taunt the Spaskia Legion. I can't do anything to Urshifu, unfortunately, but I can do Extreme Speed into Urshifu's slot. And Sucker Punch can't stop me. So there's that. Stopping the Sucker Punch from hitting me, but Wicked Blow could do a lot. And here it comes. Boom! Critical hit. I live with 15 HP. Last respects. Does hit the Tornadus, which is going to knock him out. Not a bad combo, I gotta say so myself. The rain did stop, so now Spaskia Legion's speed goes to 100 and... is it 286? Like 143? Okay, we'll Sucker Punch the Spaskia Legion, and I'm just gonna Extreme Speed right into the Urshifu. Urshifu is gonna detect, which is totally fine. That's a good call. Because this core is dangerous. And Sucker Punch is going to prevail and knock out Spaskia Legion. Spaskia Legion goes down. And they're going to send out Iron Hands again, which has Fake Out, which outspeeds Dragonite. Dragonite has very little HP left. Sacred Sword into that slot, and I'll swap a Flutter Mane. Oh, battle's canceled. Never mind. Whew, I did have an out. I had a plan. I guess they just didn't realize that Dragonite's thing gets outsped by Fake Out. But I don't think it would really matter. All right, next batch. The next match is up. We've got Grimmsnarl, Glamorin Galar Moltres. Wow. I just can't speak right now. Specterior, Golden Go, Hisuian Arcanine, and Gastrodon. Wow. I am incredibly struggling today. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see. What am I going to do with this team, though? I mean, Specterior is really, really fast. So I think I need to have my fastest Pokemon up front. I do not want to be tricked for Fake Out, so Iron Hands is going to be staying in the back. I'm going to need Dragonite for sure, and because I'm bringing him, I'm going to bring in Chien Pao. I think that's going to be the core. Urshifu would have been really helpful, but if he brings in Gastrodon, I have no way of dealing with Storm Drain, and I don't want them to be like the last ones on the field. At least with like Chien Pao or anyone else, I can Terra into someone else, and it'll do just as much amount of work, if not more. So I need to make sure that I plan ahead for that. Okay. Early Riser. So we got Golden Go and Grimmsnarl. So Grimmsnarl is going to Fake Out, but I'm going to stop Golden Go in his tracks because he uses Trick a lot. He's not going to use Trick on me now, but he could use it on Tornadus. Since I'm the fastest thing on the field, I'm not going to really worry about anything right now. We're going to we're going to taunt the Golden Go. Shadow Ball the Golden Go. Leave Grimmsnarl alone. He's going to do his thing. Oh, can't because Good as Gold prevents him. But I tried. I'm still faster. Light Screen does come up. But Shadow Ball should not come out, but he's probably going to survive. Yep, he does more than, or less than half. Make It Rain is going to knock out Flutter Mane, but Tornadus lives with 3 HP. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay, we're gonna bring out Champao next. Forgot about Good as Gold. Honestly, I forgot about it, but that's okay. We're going to then use Tailwind to give myself a boost. And then I'm just gonna hit the Golden Go with, nope, he retreated. Dang it, he guessed me. He got me. He got me. Gastrodon. It's totally fine. But we're gonna get Tailwind off. What are you doing, Grimmsnarl? Reflect. Shouldn't that have been... Oh, well, I'm faster in the speed tier. So I guess that would happen that way. Bleak Wind, just to get the damage started. And we'll Sacred Sword. What does this move do? Stat changes, doesn't affect the damage of this move. Yeah, I'll hit Grimmsnarl with Sacred Sword, that's fine. Thunk. Isn't enough, but Bleak Wind, also Thunk, isn't really going to do things. Screens are huge, guys. Don't forget that. Champao gets hit with Spirit Break, which is going to knock him down. Ice Beam next, which is going to do a huge amount of damage. Ba-ba-da-ba. In comes Dragonite. Yeah, they swapped out. Who did they swap out? Golden Go, that's right. That's who they swapped out. Terra Normal, Extreme Speed will go right into the Grimmsnarl and will protect with Champao. I don't think they Terra'd anyone yet. No, they haven't. Champao's gonna protect. Dragonite's gonna get prepared. Extreme Speed. Terra Normal. Right into the Grimmsnarl, gonna knock him out. Even through Reflect. Ice Beam goes right into the protected Champao. I don't know who that is. Specterior. Okay, gonna attack right into Gastrodon, and I'm going to Sucker Punch in the Gasterior. Or Specterior, I'm sorry. He'll protect, which is totally fine. Extreme Speed, it's gonna go right into the Gastrodon. Thunk. Doesn't knock him out, gets pretty close. And he gets hurt by Rocky Helmet, which opens him up for Ice Beam. Earth Power goes right into the Champao, which sets me up for failure. And that's it, guys. We are donezo. That's my last Pokemon. He still has 3. Nothing more to do. Nothing more to do. I struggle and then knock myself out because I'm going to attack the Gastrodon, knock it out, but he brings out Golden Go, which then uses Make It Rain. So unfortunately for me. So far, we are 1 and 2. Jesus, why is it so much? It's 2 and 2. But it's like I go just a little bit further down and then I just get launched back up to like a number that shouldn't even exist. Jesus, where's the threshold? Okay, next match is up. We've got Champao, Rillaboom, Heatran, Gastrodon, Fluttermane, and Dragonite. So combo that we're all familiar with. Not a problem with that. We'll open up with Tornadus and Fluttermane. Should we open up with that? I mean, Rillaboom does no fake out, but it's not like I'm gonna get taken out so early. But if I could knock out Qian Pao on his side, it's not going to really make a whole lot of difference. Especially, but Fluttermane's a good switch in for my own copy of Dragonite. So I have a feeling like we should just like bring in Fluttermane. Let's open up with Tornadus, Qian Pao, Fluttermane, and then have like Urshifu in the back. I don't feel comfortable bringing in Dragonite. I think I'll be knocked out shortly after. I think Urshifu is probably like a better bet, but if they bring out Dragonite, I'm kind of in a little bit of a pickle. But I do have a way to deal with it, but I'm not bringing in Iron Hands. But Protect is still going to help me out quite a bit, and bringing in Qian Pao will at least allow me to delay him a couple of turns. Because like if they bring out Dragonite now, I can Terra, and they did. Dragonite, Qian Pao on their side of the field, Tornadus and Qian Pao on my side of the field. So they're going to get stuck for something, because I can Terra, Bleak Wind, because I'm going to be faster. I'm going to be the fastest thing on the field here in just a minute, and I could swap to Fluttermane. So Qian Pao come back. Terra Ghost. So now Dragonite can't do anything. And even if he doesn't do anything right away, I'm still in the green. Terra Ghost on Tornadus. The switch in should prevent me from getting sucker punched or like knocked out in any way, but they don't go for the Terra themselves. They protect on Qian Pao and protect on Dragonite. So that is not that set that I was thinking of. But here comes Bleak Wind. Will not do anything on that side of the field. Taunt the Dragonite. And Moonblast. Imprison. Sucker Punch. I'm worried about Sucker Punch. They're now going to Terra. Dragonite. Terra normal. So are you a different... Sucker Punch was going to go right into the Fluttermane or Qian Pao, it doesn't matter. Taunt will now go into the Dragonite. He doesn't use Extreme Speed. I will use Imprison. Dragonite cannot do Dragon Dance. Okay. I'm gonna Rain Dance now. Moonblast. Dragonite. Please switch out to something else. I mean, obviously they did. It's going to be Gastrodon. Is he going to absorb Rain Dance? Oh, he doesn't. Okay, that's good. At least I got a free thing for that. Moonblast. He doesn't Sucker Punch, though. That's good. Ice Spinner instead, which may knock out Fluttermane. Does. It's a good call. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba. Tailwind's not up yet, so I'll put up Tailwind now. I do have Earth Power to worry about. He's probably thinking, well, no, he saw me use Bleak Wind before, so he knows that I have it. Question is, does he believe that I'm not going to use it? Tailwind. And protect. That's what I'll do. This is a really good final fight. Tailwind goes off. No Sucker Punch still. Sacred Sword goes right into the Chien Pao, which is protected. And Icy Wind, which Chien Pao will protect. And it's not going to do anything to Tornadus. It's going to do a little damage, but it's not going to lower the speed, which tells him what item I'm using. I'm going to Sacred Sword. So he could Sucker Punch, or he could get hit. I don't know. I've done everything that I could to delay the Sucker Punch after that first time. Chien Pao is going to protect, which is totally fine. Sacred Sword's going to go into that slot, which isn't the best idea. But here comes Bleak Wind, which is 100%. Except for the Chien Pao, because, you know, protected. Does not knock out the Gastrodon, but gets pretty close. Citrus Berry will now heal it up. Icy Wind again. So it's just trying to lower down the speed. Bleak Wind again. And Sacred Sword into that Chien Pao. I think Ice Beam is better on Gastrodon. I like Icy Wind. Icy Wind's a good way to control speeds. But when I have very fast Pokemon like that, it kind of makes it difficult. Speed drops on Gastrodon. Sacred Sword goes into Chien Pao. It's going to knock it out. Ba, 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 ba. It's doing very little to my Pokemon. It's lowering down Chien Pao's speed, which is... I would hopefully say that it's bad. Oh, that's Fluttermane. I know that for sure because everyone has a weird name for Fluttermanes now. Okay, Tailwind and Rain have one more turn. I will Bleak Wind and Sucker Punch into Fluttermane. I didn't see the item, so it's not Photosynthesis. Or, yeah, it's not Booster Energy. It might be Specs. Could be Scarf, but I'm faster right now. Well, Chien Pao isn't. His speed drop is by 2 right now, which is terrible. Sucker Punch into the Fluttermane is going to knock it down to its Sash. Not Sash, it's just 1 HP. But I'm going to knock out both Pokemon right now. Covert Cloak, guys. Covert Cloak. Stop secondary effects. Rain stopped, and so did Tailwind. The only contender left is this Dragonite. Dragonite is not your typical build. So I am going to protect with Chien Pao. Taunt the Dragonite so it can't use Dragon Dance. So what are you gonna do? Fire Punch. That's a good call. An excellent call, if you ask me. I'm going to then Tailwind, and I'm going to then use Sacred Sword onto Dragonite. Extreme Speed. Thunk. Does not knock out Chien Pao, gets really, really close. Sacred Sword, Dragonite, Multiscale does protect it. I'm going to go ahead and use Rain Dance again for next turn and protect Chien Pao. he can't do anything more than, I know he has Dragon Dance. Oh no, I know all his moves. Dragon Dance, Protect, Fire Punch, and Extreme Speed. So he took off Taunt. Neat. We're going to taunt him again. And... actually, do I need to shake off Taunt? You know what? No, I don't. I don't need to shake off Taunt. I'm going to instead change Pokemon with Qianpao. He can't protect, but that's okay. Swap him out to Urshifu. He's going to take a little bit of damage. Extreme Speed. Right into that Urshifu. He will live. Leak Wind, 100%. Gets Dragonite really, really low. Drop his speed. We're going to then Bleak Wind, and I'm going to protect. You're not taunted, but you're not getting anything off. A taunt would have stopped that, but that's okay. Oh no, no, it wouldn't. That goes first. Oh no, my Tailwind's gone. Okay, we're gonna taunt. Get that away. And I guess close combat. Extreme Speed. Actually, folks, I have no idea what I'm doing right now. I don't know why I just did taunt instead of clicking Bleak Wind. Bleak Wind needs to hit. I have the rain for a reason. Okay, rain's still... oh, since last turn of rain. Thank goodness. Okay. Bleak Wind and Protect. Again, I don't know why I just didn't click Bleak Wind. I'm kind of stupid. Battle's canceled. Alright, and our first match is up. We've got Tornadus, Urshifu, Goldengo, Landorus, Regidrago, and Farafrig. Okay. Let's see. How do we do with this lineup here? Well, we're going to have to worry about Intimidates from Landorus. Goldengo seems likely to be taken down by Dragonite, but we'll see. Just don't know about the others though. But we'll get us set up by using Tornadus and Qianpao. We'll bring in Fluttermane to give the counter for Regidrago, and I guess we'll have to go on with Dragonite, but if he has Goldengo, he could easily switch into that, but I'm not going to be spamming Extreme Speed. There's no point to really use Extreme Speed in this fight. I mean, it's useful, don't get me wrong, but I think the better option is to go in with like Stomping Tantrum instead and just having the higher speed tier. Tornadus and Goldengo versus Tornadus and Qianpao. Now Qianpao is going to be weak against Goldengo's attacks, but I also don't want... I think Taunt's going to be the best thing that I could do for... no wait, Taunt can't work against Goldengo, he's got his gold. So Tailwind on Tornadus, and Qianpao will go straight into Ice Spinner into Tornadus. They withdrew Goldengo, so it's totally fine. Sent out Urshifu. It is Rapid Strike, I'm sorry. Tailwind goes off. They're also using Tailwind, so it's just neutral speed tier after that. Ice Spinner right into Tornadus. Okay, they went ahead and sent out Goldengo again. Okay. Bleak Wind to Sucker Punch. I mean, Aqua Jet could hit here with Urshifu. Sucker Punch to Urshifu. Boom. There we go. Bleak Wind hits both. We'll knock out the Urshifu. Will not do anything to the Golden Go, but Urshifu's down. We don't have to deal with close combat. We don't have to deal with Aqua Jet. We don't have to deal with any of that. Make It Rain will now hit both. We'll knock out the Tornadus, but we'll knock out Qianpao because he will live with 1 HP. Special attack drop after that. That's a really strong Golden Go. He must be spec'd. Not, well, yeah, spec'd. Scarf is speed, spec is special attack. He hasn't done anything else. Okay. We'll go ahead and bring out Dragonite. And they'll bring out Landorus. Intimidate goes off. Drops my attack down 1 stage. Terra normal Stomping Tantrum to Golden Go to Ice Spinner into Landorus. I don't know what the speed is for Landorus. I'm going to double check that. He could be faster. They're also going to Terra. Landorus is 91. And Golden Go's going to go into Steel. So it's to get rid of the weakness to ground. Ice Spinner will now go into Landorus, which will not knock him out. Oh, it will. 1-hit KO. Let's go. He is 4 times weak against ice, so that's cool. Stomping Tantrum right into Golden Go slot should knock him out. Oh, gets really, really low. Make It Rain now comes out. It's not going to do a whole lot to Dragonite. 50 points. Oh, 60 points. I'm sorry. 60 points, and then Flutterman comes out. So now it's just me and the Golden Go. Booster Energy is going to make it really, really fast. That's 614 with the Tailwind speed, which I believe is still active. Yep, for 1 more turn. Stomping into Golden Go and Shadow Ball into Golden Go. Battle's canceled. So we did run, we did work around it. Let's go. All right, next match is Chi-Yu, Fluttermane, Tornadus, Landorus, Heatran, and Gastrodon. What do I do here? Well, Chi-Yu is going to be taken out by Dragonite and Urshifu. I will need to have Qianpao for Tornadus and Landorus. Fluttermane could be taken out by Qianpao, also Fluttermane himself. Urshifu could take it out as well. So I think the combo is for this is Tornadus, Qianpao, Fluttermane, and we'll bring in Iron Hands. No, Urshifu. Yeah, we'll bring in Urshifu. I was going to bring in Iron Hands for fake out support, but I don't think that's going to really do anything since I would have to constantly switch him in and out anyway. Although the other argument is that with Iron Hands, I could use Drain Punch to constantly get his HP back up. So there's that. Landorus and Tornadus up front, and my Tornadus and Qianpao. Now with the -1, I was still able to one-shot that Landorus, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. We're gonna Tailwind. Well, that's a Rock Slide gonna come out, so I should Terra here. Should be in the keyword. Yes, I'm going to Terra, Tailwind, because Rock Slide's going to hit Tornadus. It's going to hit him for a lot. Did I click Tailwind? I don't remember. Yes, I did. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. And Ice Spinner into... Tornadus. I'm going to hit Tornadus just because of the fact that he's the supporter character, and if I get rid of the supporter character, then I have an easier chance of dealing with whatever I need to in the beginning. So my Tailwind goes off. Theirs is going to probably go next. And it does. Which is totally fine. We just end up in a regular speed tier at this point. Rock Slide goes next. That is Scarfed. Because otherwise he wouldn't be outspeeding Qian Pao. It's really weird that that Tornadus also is bulkier, so can't one-shot him. But I'm going to Ice Spinner. Actually, I'm going to Protect. I think protecting here is going to be the best option. Did I say Spec? I mean Scarf. Anyway, I think that Landorus is Scarfed. Because he shouldn't be able to outspeed a Qian Pao. Landorus's base speed is 91, so he does outspeed Dragonite, but it does not outspeed everyone else. Leak Wind will now take out the Tornadus, and their Tornadus made it sunny. That's interesting. What else in their team took out more in the sun? I can't read that. But oh, Fluttermane, gotcha. Photosynthesis goes off. Speed was heightened, so it's even faster now. But we're gonna go ahead and set up Rain Dance. And I'm just gonna do Sucker Punch to Landorus. Landorus is faster than me because he's Scarfed. I can't do anything about it. Sucker Punch will go off. It hits Landorus for a lot of damage. Does not knock him out, but it does hit him for a lot. I change it to Rain, getting rid of Photosynthesis. No item goes off. Dazzling Gleam goes off and knocks out both my Pokemon. Free switch in for my side of the field. Now he's down one Pokemon, and he's gonna be down two here in just a minute. Ah, that Fluttermane has Life Orb. Gotcha. Place on the left. Place that on the right. Urshifu and Fluttermane. Booster energy now goes up. Speed was heightened, so now I'm faster than everything on the field. We're gonna Shadow Ball the Fluttermane. Well, yeah, he's using he used Dazzling Gleam. Imprisonment won't work here. So Shadow Ball on the Fluttermane, he's probably going to Terra it. That would be what I would do. And I'm going to Aqua Jet the... good call. Aqua Jet the thing. Oh, here comes Gastrodon. So that was a good rate on them. And Fluttermane changes from Ghost Fairy to just Fairy. Landorus got switched out for Gastrodon, so Aqua Jet's not going to do anything, and actually it's going to give Gastrodon a special attack boost. Shadow Ball will now hit Fluttermane. Does not KO, but I will get knocked out here. Boom. So this fight could have went differently if I maybe had protected Tailwind's now gone. That's sweet. I don't think it's gonna really make a difference now, but if it did, it wouldn't now, but there's that. Now you could swap out Fluttermane to bring in Landorus to get in like a free attack. He's not. Moonblast into the Fluttermane's gonna knock it out. Gastrodon, Earth Power, boom. Down goes Fluttermane. Which is unfortunate, but sometimes it happens that way. Alright, next match is up. We've got Urshifu, Rillaboom, Fluttermane, Tornadus, Chien-Pao, and my man Garchomp. That's cool. Let's see. I think the best course of action that I have here, because I don't know if Rillaboom's gonna hit the field or Garchomp, I need to have Chien-Pao in the back. I will also need to have Iron Hands in this skirmish too. So increase the size so I can see it. So we're gonna go. We're gonna walk in with Tornadus, Iron Hands, Fluttermane, and Chien-Pao. We'll leave Dragonite and Urshifu in the back. All right. Rillaboom and Tornadus on their side of the field versus my Tornadus and Iron Hands. So, in this predicament, what we're going to want to do is set up Tailwind, and then we're going to fake out. I mean, no, I think Rillaboom's faster than me. Fake out Rillaboom. We'll give it a shot. Nope, he'll fake me out. Doesn't matter. Flinch couldn't move. That's okay. Tailwind goes off. They won the speed tie, unless it's Scarf. So now we have basic Tailwinds. Iron Hands goes up. Bleak Wind. And I'm just gonna Thunder Punch him right in the face. So what is your plan? What are you going to do next? Bleak Wind. Tornadus avoids the attack. Iron Hands takes very little damage. I now use Bleak Wind, and Rillaboom avoids the attack. And that Tornadus takes a lot of damage. How are you faster than me? No, it's not faster. I need to not do that. Rillaboom hit with a recoil. Thunder Punch into the Tornadus, which is going to knock him out. He's just winning the speed ties, guys. That's all it is. Like, they're just winning the coin flip. That's all. It's like, stop gaslighting us, Matt. Stop it. Chien-Pao comes out next. Now Chien-Pao is going to be very, very interesting from here on out. I'm going to Rain Dance though, so no sucker punches, and I'm going to Drain Punch the crap out of it. I want all that HP to come back to me. Bring it in. Bring it in. And I'm going to Rain Dance to set up for the next turn or the people in the back. Chien-Pao is going to use Icicle Crash. Oh no. Tornadus goes down. Which I'm okay with because Woodhammer should now hit. Yep, here comes Woodhammer, and it's not going to do a whole lot. Oh my goodness. Drops him down to 10 HP. Drain Punch, boom! Drops Chien-Pao to his sash. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was not cool, my man. Bro. Alright. Chien-Pao is not going to come out. It's going to put direct pressure on that Rillaboom. And I'm just going to go right into that slot. And I'm going to Drain Punch the Chien-Pao again. It's going to be like literally no HP. But I'd rather do this and get the Rillaboom off the table. No protect on their side. What is Chien-Pao gonna do? It's probably going to do Sacred Sword. It is on my Chien-Pao, dropping it down to its sash. It's probably the safest bet. And then here comes the Drain Punch, which is going to do half of whatever damage I do. I got 5 health. So that was like 10 health that I did, or something like that. And Tailwind's now gone on both sides. Problem is, though, it's now 1 on 3. No, it's not 1 on 3. Yes, it is. It is 1 on 3. And that is a Rapid Strike. Come on, camera, move. Move. I need to see my opponent for a minute. Come on. Can I? Oh, game, you are so terrible. I want to see which Urshifu that is. It looks like Rapid Strike. We're going to protect with Chien-Pao. It is Rapid Strike. And I'm going to Drain Punch him in the face. He's going to Terra. It's going to be Terra Water in the rain. It's going to be terrible for me, but that's okay. Protect. I mean, if he's just Surging Strikes, he earned it. Surging Strikes, it's going to be on the Iron Hands. Ooh! Oh, that's banded. That is a choice banded boy right there. Oh, man. But he certainly is not going to like this. Booster energy to raise my speed up to 307. Sacred Sword, or not Sacred Sword, we're going to Sucker Punch and Terra Fairy Moonblast to that Urshifu, which should get the KO. Should. We'll see. Sucker Punch. Oh yeah. Here comes the Moonblast. Terra Fairy. This is over. And Skadoosh. And down goes the Dynamite. Oh, that is so strong. Thank God someone else using Choice Band. All right, next match is ready to go. We've got Articuno, Iron Hands, Weirdeer, Landorus, Dragonite, and Chien-Pao. All right, so Weirdeer should probably just reset Trick Room or to do any other shenanigans that they could possibly do. Let's see. We should. What's the best option here? I mean, Tornadus is going to be a problem. We'll bring in Tornadus, Chien-Pao, Fluttermane in the back in case if they set up Trick Room, which I don't think that they would, but if they did, Imposter will be able to set us out, or we could just use Trick Room altogether, and we can use Iron Hands to disrupt Chien-Pao, Dragonite with Fake Outs. Let's see. Articuno and Weirdeer versus my Chien-Pao and Tornadus. So we need to taunt the Weirdeer immediately so that, oh, Intimidate goes off. So Weirdeer is the one I'm going to be most worried about because of the fact that, like, I know that he has Trick Room. But he could also just be just a random Pokemon, right? I have come across him once before, but I'm going to taunt him to make sure that I have to deal with it again. Ice Spinner into the Articuno. Why not? What is that typing for Articuno? I mean, that's the shiny Articuno. That's the Galarian, the Galar form. I think it's Galarian Articuno. I don't know what it's typing, but I will double check. It's Articuno will use Protect, so I need to go up to Articuno. Taunt goes to Weirdeer. And Ice Spinner will go into the protected Articuno. And Skill Swap cannot be used. Okay, good. So the Galarian form is Psychic Flying, while the other one is Ice Flying. That's why he's weak against my shenanigans. Would it be beneficial? Status are lowered. Snow Cloak. Also has pressure. Now we'll Bleak Wind. We'll start lowering down their stuff. I have just to be careful with Articuno because he does have competitive. Withdrew Articuno. To bring out Qianpao, totally fine. Withdrew Weirder. Most likely we'll bring out Dragonite now. There he is. Ice Spinner will now hit into Qianpao. Bleak Wind will now hit both. Does not knock out Qianpao, gets really, really close though. Tornadus will then go ahead and use Bleak Wind again, and I'm going to swap out to Flutter Mane. Wait, no. Fudge. I forgot to Terra. Fudge. That's okay. It was my mistake. I haven't used Tailwind either, but I don't think it really matters at this point. Qianpao come out. Arch come back. I mean, Dragonite has to hit Tornadus. I don't know why I didn't do that. He has to. Booster Energy activates. They're gonna Terra. It is for the Dragonite. Gonna become Terra normal. Okay. Protect on the Qianpao, so that's good. Did he? Nope, he turned his head. Straight. Oh, no, he didn't. He went into the Flutter Mane. Cool. Bleak Wind, it does not hit Qianpao, but it will hit the Dragonite, and it will knock him down even further. Speed fell. Okay. So now we're going to Terra Ghost. Oh, no, that's a good question. No, I have to Terra here. Like, I have to, right? I have to Terra Ghost so that Tornadus survives. But, well, I'm Tailwinding, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm going to Terra Ghost. But I wanted to survive with Flutter Mane. Moonblast into Dragonite. I think Sucker Punch is going to come out to Flutter Mane. Not 100% sure, but we'll do our best. Let's see. Does not affect Tornadus. Ice Shard will go into the Flutter Mane. It's not Sucker Punch. If that was Sucker Punch, that would have completely taken out Flutter Mane. But Flutter Mane's going to live, do a Moonblast right to this Dragonite in the face. There goes Dragonite. Having two ghost types on the team makes that combo seem not so scary. But also having the ability of having them in the team is so much better. So now they're gonna have to rely on Weirder again, which Intimidate's gonna drop my stats, which is totally fine. Tornadus is gonna go ahead and taunt Weirder, and I'm gonna swap to Iron Hands. Send out Iron Hands. Taunt Weird Ear so he doesn't do his shenanigans. Sacred Sword into Iron Hand slot, does nothing. Trick Room does nothing. Rain Dance. And we're gonna fake out Chin Pao. Could knock it out. I doubt it, but could knock it out. We're getting the rain set up for future turns. 100% Bleak Winds sounds sexy right now. Sexy. Withdrew Weird Ear again? It's a good call. Send out Articuno. Fake out. We'll knock out Chien Pao. Let's go. And now you're going to be left to your combo that you brought out at the beginning of the round. Sent out Weird Ear. Intimidate, dropping Tornadus' attack like a third time. Okay, now Tornadus can just attack for free. He's done well, nope, actually he's got one more thing to do. Taunt the Weird Ear. He had one more job, okay? Just one. And we're gonna Thunder Punch the Articuno. He's gonna taunt the Weird Ear, so Helping Hand's obviously gonna go first. That goes beyond taunt. In the world of speed tiers, that is the best move that you could do. Thunder Punch right into Articuno, does not knock him out, gets really, really close. Here comes Freezing Glare. Right into Iron Hands. It is gonna knock him out. That's okay. I've done a lot of wrecking this team, or this way go. I think it's about time that they get something. Chien Pao will now come out. Full health, by the way. And Weird Ear is taunted. He can't do anything. Tailwind's gone, but I'm the fastest thing on the field still. So I'm going to Ice Spinner. Oh, never mind. Battle's canceled. So Ice Spinner into Articuno, knocking it out, leaving Weird Ear by himself, which Bleak Wind's going to do a lot of damage to, because it's 100%. All right, our final match of the day is finally upon us. We got Regidrago, Tornadus, Goldengo, Urshifu, Rillaboom, and Mimikyu. All right, so here's what we do. Nah, no, just kidding. We do have a couple of options that we can work with here. We do need to bring in a Tornadus so that we can deal with that side of the field, and Chien Pao so that we can deal with Rillaboom and Tornadus on their side, and we can also deal with Regidrago. Mimikyu, however, I don't think it's a Trick Room setter. I think it's like a Trick Room resetter, if that makes any sense. Because no one really is going to take advantage of being in Trick Room. I mean, Regidrago could, but Tornadus does Tailwind. Why would you want to do that, you know? So it's kind of the conundrum. Tornadus to Chien Pao to Dragonite, and we will bring in Urshifu. And we'll leave Fluttermane and Iron Hands in the back. It's probably like the wrong choice to leave back Fluttermane, but the last time I brought in Iron Hands to a fight with Rillaboom, it didn't turn out too well. So it's probably not like the best matchup there. Without some sort of punch, so maybe Ice Punch or something would be beneficial. But we have Urshifu with Rapid Strike and Tornadus on their side of the field versus my Tornadus and Chien Pao. Now, we're going to set up for Tailwind, because that's the... Well, actually... I mean, they would outspeed me. So yes, Tornadus is going to do Tailwind, and then we will do Ice Spinner. I mean... Yeah, that's the better option. And then we're gonna take out their Tornadus. Tailwind on their side, so they won the coin flip, unless it's scarfed. But they won the coin flip. We both activate our Tailwinds. I'm okay with it. Surging Strikes. Ooh, you are scarfed. You're not gonna knock me out though. You get pretty close, but you don't knock me out. That will proc my Sash though. So that guy is jolly for sure and scarfed. I know that for sure. And Tornadus is holding on by the Sash. Because my Tornadus right now is max speed investment, so it's 50-50 from anything beyond this point. But I'm going to taunt that Tornadus now. And I'm going to protect. No, protect doesn't do anything against Surging Strikes, which he's scarfed. So I will not do that. Instead, I'm just going to Sucker Punch him. Nope. Ice Spinner? Nope. Sacred Sword. Yep. Sacred Sword. He'll protect. Okay, so Taunt wasn't going to work here, but if I would have Bleak Wind, it would have been better. So I'm kind of getting outplayed here. I need to get back onto my side of things. Surging Strikes into Chien Pao, which is going to knock him out. Oof. Oof. Cool thing is he's locked into that attack though, so I'm okay with it for the most part. Yeah, we'll bring in my Urshifu now. Now he's scarfed. He's gonna outspeed my Urshifu without a doubt. However, I could still do Bleak Wind and Terra Water. Aqua Jet. Trying to calculate. I mean, he's still gonna outspeed me, but I think Aqua Jet goes beyond anything that he could do damage wise. But I'm getting this set up just in the event that Surging Strikes does hit my Urshifu. I might be able to survive. It's not offensive based. I mean, it could still be. Here comes Aqua Jet right into that Tornadus. Boom, knock it out. I was trying to get preventative measures against his Urshifu, which is not offensive. It looks like it's speed built. Tornadus might live. Will live with 6 HP. Bleak Wind will come out right after this. And we'll hit him for a lot. One hit KO. Whew. Like, my Urshifu is adamant, so he can knock out Pokemon and puts people in danger, like, immediately. Golden comes out, and here comes Regidraco. Okay. We have Tailwind for one more turn, right? Yes, and he has it too. Now, I believe I beat Regidraco in speed, so I think Bleak Wind is going to be the thing, and then I'm going to... I should protect here. Actually, if I'm going to protect here, what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to set up Rain Dance, and then I'm going to protect. Because there's no point or reason for me just to go out and all-out offensive if I'm going to do Rain Dance to set up for the next turn for Urshifu. Dragon Energy is going to go right into that protected slot. Totally fine with that. Oh, it hits everybody. Oh, interesting. Oh, I mean, it's like Eruption, so obviously it would do that. And here comes Make It Rain. And it goes into that protected slot. And Tailwind is gone for both sides of the field. Here comes Dragonite on my side of the field. And Dragonite is going to go ahead and go Ice Spinner into Regidraco. And I'm going to... I mean, Urshifu is faster. I could set up the Aqua Jet so that if that's Jolly... Well, timid, really. Regidraco's going to be timid. I think mine is Jolly. No, it has to be Adamant because that's how his max attack investment is. We'll go for it. Surgeon Strikes into Regidraco. They're going to Terra. It's going to go to the Regidraco, changing his typing to... Steel. Oh, that's cool. I like how it just kind of dangles on the side. That's dope. Surgeon Strikes. 1. Oh, wow. 2. I was not expecting that outcome, honestly. I thought it was a little bit more tougher than that. But I like it. I like it a lot. Regidraco goes down, and Ice Spinner will now go into the Golden Goat, which isn't going to do a whole lot. Make it rain. Both my Pokemon survive. And he drops special attack. Okay. Ice Spinner, and we're going to go right into Surging Strikes. In the rain, Terra Water, Mystic Water, he's gone. And that, folks, is our 5 matches of the day. All right, our next match is ready to go. We've got Grimmsnarl, Cresselia, Urshifu, wow, Golden Go, Hisuian, Gudra, and Landorus. So, and that's Therian, by the way, not Incarnate, Therian, Landorus. With Intimidate, and we'll most likely have Assault Vest or some sort of Scarf, locks him into a move. I mean, other people have been able to build him other different ways, but Assault Vest seems to be the set that you want to use. So, no, well, he does have a Fake Out user, but he's also going to have a Screener. A Screener that I can't stop, so that's going to be really, really hard. Actually, I can stop him. I can, and I think I will. Yeah, I think I will. Tornadus, Iron Hands, Chi and Pow, and Dragonite. That's how I'm going to stop him. I'm going to bring in Iron Hands, so if he brings in Grimmsnarl, I'm just going to Fake Out the first turn. On the Grimmsnarl, it will work because it's not a ghost. He's Fairy Dark, which is really weird. I think he's still weak against fighting, but he might just be weak against fairy. And Grimmsnarl and Landorus is what they bring out first. Now Landorus is going to use Intimidate, but he's also going to hit hard with Rock Slide. So I think I'm going to Terra. And then get set up with Rain Dance first. Yeah. And then I'm going to Fake Out the Grimmsnarl. That way he can't get a screen off right away. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da. Dude, this song is so dope. So we're going to Terra our Tornadus to be Ghost. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da. They didn't Terra anything. If Grimmsnarl does Fake Out, it's going to outspeed our Iron Hands. Nope, we faked out. Gonna stop the Grimmsnarl, whatever he's doing. Doesn't seem like he was going to be doing a move that caused his Prankster to activate. So that's interesting. U-turn on Tornadus isn't going to do anything, but it's going to retreat the Landers back. Good call. Because now you can abuse Intimidate some more. Bring out Hisuian Gudra. Okay. So Hisuian Gudra is going to be a little bit of a problem. So we're going to go ahead and taunt the Hisuian Gudra. And I'm going to Drain Punch it. Actually, I'm going to Heavy Slam the Grimmsnarl. Because this right here. It's going to Terra right to Goodra to get rid of its weakness. It's going to be fairy, so it's going to be really, really hard to deal with now. But when it's taunted, it'll be easier to deal with. No shelter for you. Reflect to lower down physical attacks, which is totally fine. Cannot use shelter. Heavy Slam. Bleak Wind. Well, Bleak Wind's not going to do anything now. It's going to be 100%. Don't get me wrong. It'll be 100%. Tailwind's going to go up next, so maybe I can outspeed the Grimmsnarl. Actually, we could go straight into that Goodra slot now. Yeah, we're going to go straight into that Goodra slot. We should be able to outspeed it with Iron Hands now. Nope, Parting Shot, which is going to go into Iron Hands, dropping its attack one more stage. And it's going to bring out Landorus again. I mean, it has to at this point. Yep. That's a lot of speed downs. Look at that. Iron Hands was hurt by a Rocky Helmet. Thunderbolt gonna go into the Thunderous. Is not, or Tornadus is not gonna do a whole lot. Bleak Wind is not gonna do a whole lot, but it will do sort of stuff. Alrighty then. Bring out Qian Pao. And we'll Heavy Slam. Now we're gonna swap out to Dragonite. The minus in stats is too much right now. I'm gonna be taking a risk and switching out both, but it's kind of like the only option that I have. Landorus having like a -2 on most of my Pokemon. Goodra retreats, which is good. Here comes Grimmsnarl, I think. Nope, Cresselia. They use Earthquake. Does not hurt. Cresselia doesn't hurt Dragonite, but it does a little bit of damage to Qian Pao. Going to Ice Spinner. Actually, I think I'm going to leave Landorus alone. Cresselia is a problem, but if they switch out, I'm switching out to someone that's not going to do anything. So maybe going into Cresselia is probably better. And if they swap out Cresselia, they go right into that slot, which is going to hurt a lot. Withdrew Landorus, it's totally fine. Sent out Hisui and Goodra. So the Rocky Helmet would have done a lot. Extreme Speed goes right into Cresselia, which is able to withstand a lot. Here comes the Ice Spinner. And that does a little bit more damage. That was even a crit. Lunar Blasting will go off. Healing Hisui and Goodra. More importantly, it's going to really healing the Cresselia. And the rain is gone. So we're going to bring it back out Iron Hands on Qian Pao's side, and we will continue our onslaught. Actually, we're just going to retreat here too and bring out Tornadus. That Hisuian Gudra no longer has taunt, so we have to be really, really careful now, because they're going to do shelter this turn. Buffing again. Okay, Tailwind's gone on my side, which isn't going to really matter too much. Fake out the Cresselia, taunt the Gudra. Withdrew the Cresselia, so the fake out is not as great. Here comes Landorus. Fell for the taunt. Thunderbolt into the land Tornadus, which doesn't knock it up. It gets really close. Heavy Slam into that slot. Tailwind to double our speed. Slam. Very little. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Landorus goes back. Oh my gosh. Oh boy. How do I do this? This match is going to take forever. In comes Grimmsnarl. Thunderbolt's gonna take down Tornadus finally, but that's fine. It's absolutely fine. We'll bring out Qian Pao now. We have Reflect open for one more turn. Drain Punch the Qian Pao, or wow. Grimmsnarl? I'm gonna protect with Qian Pao. Now that Taunt's gone, I can't do anything about Gudra doing Shelter. Thunderbolt is really, really interesting though. I didn't think that this Pokemon was special. A lot of people just used physical based moves. So let me take a look. Parting Shot goes off Iron Hands, which is gonna drop its stats even more. And here comes Landorus. So Drain Punch does get a little bit of HP back. It's only 8. Wow. Oh wow. Hisuian Gudra is across the board 100 to 150. HP is at 80 and speed's at 60, and that's base. No wonder people use this Pokemon a lot. My god. It's gotta be like the typing. That's insane. Okay. Well then, this is gonna be a very interesting match, guys. Hopefully you don't mind. Swap to Dragonite. Ice Spinner. The Landorus. I need to knock out a Pokemon. Just one. Nope, withdrew Landorus, but Ice Spinner is still gonna hit into that slot, so whoever it brings out, it's gonna hurt a lot. It's gonna be Grimmsnarl. No Reflect. Ice Spinner. Oh, it does not knock out the Grimmsnarl. Body Press into Chien-Pao, it's gonna knock it out. It does have a thing of Shelter on, so it's gonna do a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay. What are we looking at speed-wise? Oh, I got 10 for one more turn. That's cool. Okay, Extreme Speed into Grimmsnarl and Fake Out into Goodra. Here comes Landorus. Hello. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Goodra flinched, couldn't move. Tailwind's gone. Landorus just swapped in, so that's totally fine. Extreme Speed right into Landorus and Heavy Slam into... Drain Punch's not gonna work. Yeah, why not? Heavy Slam into Goodra. Boom. Oh, there it is. That's it. That's all I could do. To get another Shelter off. And we're out of here. Was not able to KO a single Pokemon on that side. They were really, really good at lowering down my attack. Might have been different if I brought in Fluttermane, but I don't think it would have mattered that much. Next match, we've got Tornadus, Urshifu, Heatran, Gothitelle, Amoonguss, and Fluttermane. An interesting assortment of Pokemon here. I think the best course of action that I have is to maybe bring in someone that's going to be able to counter Fluttermane, Amoonguss, and Heatran. Gothitelle is going to be bulkier than Wrap. The only one that's going to be able to really counter her is maybe Fluttermane. Fluttermane can counter Fluttermane itself. Amoonguss can be countered by Chien-Pao, but it's going to have Terra Water, so maybe bring in Iron Hands for that. But I do need... Well, Urshifu and Iron Hands can counter both Heatran, but I can also bring in Dragonite too. I don't know what kind of Urshifu that is, so that's another thing that I need to consider. Fake Out's not going to work against Gothitelle though, but that's totally fine. Doesn't really matter. We'll bring in Tornadus, Fluttermane, Chien-Pao, and I'll bring in Urshifu for the counter to Heatran. Fluttermane to outspeed the other Fluttermane because it might not be booster energy. A lot of people have been switching over to like a bulkier set, so I'm hoping that's the case here. Might take like an extra move or something to hit it to knock it out, but as long as I'm doing fairly well, it's going to be not as bad. 2 ghost types right off the bat. So that's the thing. Booster energy will act on my side, giving Fluttermane an extra speed increase. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with Rain Dance. And then using Imprison. Yes, Imprison. Terra Fairy, so I don't get knocked out by using Imprison. I want to survive a little bit. If that's a Spect Fluttermane, I will not get knocked out with my setup. And Imprison would make it so that Shadow Ball can't be used, Trick Room can't be used. Gothitelle does get Fake Out, which does not work. Well, will now work against Fluttermane, but I don't know if I was the target for that. I was not. Tornadus was, so that's totally fine. I'm gonna Rain Dance anyway. Thank you very much. But I prevent Shadow Ball, Moonblast, and Trick Room, and that's what Imprison's going to do for me. Moonblast cannot be used because I said no. Bleak Wind right off the bat because I'm faster now. And I'm going to go right into Flutter Mane. Now another Terra type that you could use on Flutter Mane, if you don't want to sit with this particular setup, right? You could go Terra Ghost to get Shadow Ball that little bit of a boost like we do with Moonblast. Shadow Ball into the Tornadus, which is going to do a lot of damage, lower down its special defenses, and here comes Bleak Wind, does nothing to the Gothitelle, but it will knock out this Tornadus. Goodbye. Gothitelle left standing and most likely will have Shadow Tag. So I can't swap out any of my Pokemon unless they're ghost types, which is really, really funny, by the way. Now we're going to taunt the Amoonguss, and I'm going to go right into the Shadow Ball to the Gothitelle. Battle is canceled. Never mind. That was a short fight. I don't know why they left. They had a good chance. All right, next match is up. We've got Urshifu, Regieleki, Hisuian Arcanine, Flutter Mane, Indeedee, and Tornadus. Okay, so we do have Indeedee in the match. So Pokemon that is going to be able to affect that one using Follow Me is going to be very, very crucial. We're also not going to be able to use Priority if Indeedee ever hits the field. So with that in mind, we should plan for the following. We're going to need to get rid of Psychic Field, so anyone that has Ice Spinner will be able to do it. So I'm not going to use Dragonite in the opener. I'm going to use Tornadus and Chien-Pao instead. They do have Pokemon in the back that is going to be really, really effective against mine. So I'm going to need a ground person. Dragonite's going to be in, and I think Urshifu. No, we will use Iron Hands as the last one. I want to bring in Dragonite, but I brought in Dragonite. I wanted to bring in Urshifu, but the only one that he would be able to counter effectively might be Tornadus. And he could also knock out Indeedee too. I think it drops it down pretty well, but I'm more concerned about that Psychic Field, because now it makes it so that I can't use any of my priority moves, and that's what I'm worried about the most. Urshifu is going to be a Rapid Strike, so we just need to decide if it's going to Terra now or Terra later. If it Terras now, it's not going to knock out. I mean, it could knock out Tornadus. I get set up for the Rain Dance and then get it set up that way, but I think that's a terrible idea. We're gonna go straight into the Indeedee slot because it's gonna follow me. Its Psychic Surge is already up, so no priority moves could be used, and I'm faster, so I don't really have to worry about using Tailwind. Although if Urshifu is Scarfed, he'll outspeed me considerably by a lot. They're gonna Terra, gonna be Water. Yep, getting that boost of water attacks there. Indeedee's gonna follow me, which is something that would happen. Surging Strikes, it is Scarfed. Okay, so it's not gonna be as offensive. It's still gonna knock out Tornadus though. I did Bleak Wind instead of like a natural move. I should have maybe done Tailwind there, but that's okay. Ice Spinner into the Indeedee is going to take out the Psychic Surge, and it does not take out the Indeedee, but ooh, Chien-Pao is hurt by the Rocky Helmet. That's going to be hard. But now I could bring out Iron Hands. And we're going to Thunder Punch the Urshifu, and I'm going to Protect. I'm assuming Indeedee is going to have Skill Swap. I've seen Indeedees run around with that quite a bit, and that's going to reset the thing. So I want to prevent that. They're going to swap Urshifu to bring out Fluttermane, which Thunder Punch is still going to hit the Fluttermane. It's also going to withdraw Indeedee to bring out Regieleki. Protect here. Thunder Punch brings it down to its sash. Drain Punch the Regieleki, and I'm going to Sucker Punch the Fluttermane. Withdraw the Regieleki. Set out Indeedee to reset up Psychic Terrain. So, unfortunately, Sucker Punch isn't going to work. Fluttermane's going to use Dazzling Gleam. It's going to knock out Qian Pao, but it's not going to do a whole lot to Iron Hands. But that's totally fine. Drain Punch right into Indeedee. Does not knock it out. That's unfortunate. So now I'm down to Iron Hands and Dragonite. But that's totally fine. I came prepared. So the Pokemon that they have. How do I see that? That's how I see it. Okay. All right. I know what I'm bringing in. We're going to Heavy Slam into Fluttermane, and I'm going to go ahead and use Stomping Tantrum to Indeedee. Helping Hand from Fluttermane to Indeedee to Fluttermane. Does not knock out Iron Hands, but it does get really close. Stomping Tantrum. Knocks out the Indeedee. Does do a little bit of damage to the Rocky Helmet. And Heavy Slam right into Fluttermane. Urshifu now come out, and so will Regieleki. Now, I still have Terra, but I don't think it would have mattered too much. I can't use Fake Out. I could use Drain Punch, but I'm going to be the fastest thing on the field. Yeah, why not? Terra Normal, Stomping Tantrum on Regieleki. Let's see what happens. Maybe Dragonite will survive an extra turn or two. Who knows? Multi-Scale's been procced, though I can't really rely on that right now. Thunderbolt goes down Dragonite. Not getting rid of the Psychic Field or not using Tailwind, probably like not using Tailwind my first turn is what really screwed me. The whole basis of having a speed team is so that I attack first, but that's okay. All right, our fourth match of the day is ready to go. We've got Urshifu, Fraffrig, Grimmsnarl, Golden Go, Glastrier, and Toxtricity. I think that's what it's called. Okay, so Boom Burst is going to be Toxtricity's set, which means we might be looking at some crazy mechanics here, but we're also going to be looking at Trick Room as well, so we're going to have to worry about that first and foremost. So Tornadus and Fluttermane will lead the charge, and then we will bring in the back. Who would we bring in. So we're not going to really rely on our priority moves. So Chien-Pao is going to come in, and I think I'm going to bring in Urshifu. I think Urshifu is going to have a better chance of winning here because of the multi-layered attacks that he could do. And because we're going to shut off Trick Room, we're not going to have to worry about not hitting particular speed tiers. So if Farigiraf is on the field first, we set up with Imprison so that no one can be affected. If they set up with someone else, then we don't have to worry about that. But it's Farigiraf and Grimmsnarl. Okay, that's cool. So we know what we need to do now. Grimmsnarl can use Fake Out. But Frisk. Okay. I mean, that's huge information, though. Don't get me wrong there. It's not Prankster, so that means I can now outspeed it with whatever I'm trying to do. It just lets them know that I have Covert Cloak, so they cannot fake out me, but I'm not going to transform Fluttermane either, if that makes any sense. We're going to go ahead and get started off with Tailwind here, and I'm just going to imprison Trick Room, so they can't be used. Go ahead and ally switch if you'd like. You can also try to attack if you'd like. It doesn't really matter to me. You are most likely, at least Grimmsnarl, is going to have Light Clay. It could be set up to do other things, but be one of those things. Oh, Imprison doesn't work because it went for Play Rough instead and knocked out Fluttermane. And it was Trick Room. Interesting. Well, Tailwind is certainly useless now. And I can't use priority because Farigiraf is probably going to say no. I haven't been able, this is the first turn, and I'm already hugely down. I was not expecting Fluttermane just to get one shot like that. Rain Dance and Terra Water Surging Strikes to Grimmsnarl. Furifrag. Wow. Furifrag is probably gonna go first out of the four of us. Could be Grimmsnarl. I mean, he went first and then Farigiraf did, but I'm not 100% sure. Farigiraf is gonna use Psychic. Not going to do a whole lot to Urshifu. It does considerable lot. Wow. Okay. This match is terrible. Yeah, I haven't been able to really make a move. Bleak Wind, why not? And we'll protect. They'll probably go straight for Chien-Pao. So the only thing I do is Bleak Wind and hope for the best. Imprison. Okay. False Surrender. Brings it down to 7 HP. Holy crap. Speed fell for Farigiraf and Grimmsnarl, which is terrible. False Surrender. Okay, and we will Bleak Wind again, and I will just Ice Spinner. Psychic. Knocks out Tornadus. False Surrender. Not very effective. But it does hit Chien-Pao for quite a bit. Ice Spinner right into the Farigiraf isn't going to do anything. Tailwind's gone. What is False Surrender? Like, why do I remember that move? And then be like, why this one? Must be really, really interesting. There's Grimmsnarl. Okay, so Yeah, we're Sucker Punch. Let's try it. Protect. Oh yeah, I can't protect because play rough. Boom. And I get taken down. I couldn't get through the first two. What is wrong with me today? Wow. I couldn't get past the first two. It's interesting. It's really interesting. All right, our final match of the day has Urshifu. Wow, my eyes do not work today. Okay, Urshifu, Hisuian Arcanine, Brute Bonnet, Fluttermane, Tornadus, and Lucario. Okay, interesting stuff here. So Lucario is probably going to have Aura Sphere and is also going to have... It's one of its abilities. I'm not 100% sure. I'll bring that up right now on Cerebi. Cerebi is a really useful tool and I use it quite a bit during these matches. It's okay, so Justified raises its attack one stage if hit by a dark move. There's Inner Focus that prevents it from flinching and having its stats lowered. And then there's Steadfast, which raises its speed every time it flinches. I think it's going to be Inner Focus, but it could also be Justified. In the event of this, though, we're going to bring in Tornadus and Fluttermane, as we're going to need to have an open for that. Dragonite for Hisuian Arcanine, and we'll bring in Fluttermane, or Chien-Pao for the combos for Tornadus if we ever see them. So far, I'm 1 and 3. Brute Bonnet, Tornadus versus Fluttermane and Tornadus. Okay. So we do have to worry about a Sucker Punch on that side of the field with Brute Bonnet. Question is, the only person I can really taunt is their Tornadus. So I'm going to Tailwind my side. And then I'm going to Terra Fairy Moonblast into Brute Bonnet to be able to survive, hopefully, the Sucker Punch strike that I could receive. Now, that Tornadus can learn weather, different weathers besides Rain Dance. It's probably the more neutral of the three. They're also going to Terra, and it's probably going to be the Brute Bonnet. It is. And it's going to be Ghost. Okay. To lower down the attack, so Taunt goes off on my Tornadus. That's an interesting 50-50. I can't use Tailwind. I'm still going to Moonblast it right in the face. But it did not do Sucker Punch, so that's interesting. Lowers its health by half. And drop its special attack. Bullet Seed. Oh, it's loaded dice, never mind. Goodbye, Fluttermane. That's an instant 4-hit KO. There's no way to counteract that. I wish there was, but there isn't. Hit 4 times. Swap into bring a Dragonite. And switch into Chien-Pao to get Tornadus out of there. And we already Terra, just so we don't have that access anymore. But I'm going to... I'm not good to Extreme Speed. Everything tells me to click Extreme Speed, but I'm going to hit this Tornadus actually with Extreme Speed. I don't have Tailwind. They don't have Tailwind either, but Extreme Speed will go higher, or will go faster than Tailwind. It'll also outgo Sucker Punch. So I will hit Tornadus. I will not hit Brute Bonnet though. Brute Bonnet is still going to be the slowest thing on the field, even with Tailwind. Now he's just annoying. I'm just kidding. He's fine. We're going to go ahead and protect to wake him up. He's going to have his dedicated one turn though, and I'm just going to hit Tornadus with extreme speed again. And then we're going to swap out for another Pokemon. Well, he might Spore us too. Nope, he's gonna go straight for the Bullet Seed, which may knock us out. I doubt it. Nope, 4 times. In comes Fluttermane. Sucker Punch the Brute Bonnet, and I'm going to swap you for Tornadus. Since our Tornadus is down, I can also swap into mine. It's going to survive a hit or two, I'm hoping. Unless it's straight from Brute Bonnet, then it's not. Chia-Pow will stay asleep, which is totally fine. Dazzling Gleam. Boop. And Spore. Nope, never mind. Ba 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 da ba ba da 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 da. Ice Spinner and Taunt or Tailwind. Why not? Freddy's fast asleep. He gets priority in all of his moves, so it's the best one I have. Down goes Dragonite. Nope, I didn't do well this match either, but that's okay. Again, any match that we lose, it's a humbling experience for us to learn from. So what did we learn? A lot. I'll give you the details at the end. All right, ladies and gents, we are at the end of the video. We are currently 40 battles in, 22 wins and 18 losses. Still higher than what we've had throughout most of the season so far, and I am very grateful for that. Earlier what I said that it's a very humbling experience, and it is. So what have I learned? Well, obviously I had made 2 crucial misplays in one match, which is not using Tailwind first, and then obviously not doing the correct switch-ins when I needed to, or played the switch game like my opponent was doing the entire time during that same match. The second match that I messed up on was correctly not reading the opening Pokemon for Grimmsnarl or Farigiraf. Obviously those are 2 very strong Pokemon, but I was not expecting one Fluttermane to get knocked out immediately using Play Rough. That just didn't seem like an option or an idea that would happen for me. While Fluttermane is physically or especially bulky, my Fluttermane is supposed to do as much damage as possible, so she's not invested in HP at all, except for maybe 4 points, and that's not the best way to do her. Now, we could change her to become a little bit more bulkier to survive, but is that worth changing up a Pokemon to survive a once-in-a-lifetime occurrence? Now, Bullet Seed, for one, is going to do a lot of damage regardless to any Pokemon that's on that side of the field. And I was afraid that Tornadus on that side of the field would use Sunny Day, giving that Brute Bonnet a huge boost in attack. Bullet Seed plus attack is going to do a lot more damage, even though that with loaded dice, it's pretty much like Urshifu's like Surging Strikes with Mystic Water, except you've got a whole ability to give you a tremendous lead in that case. I misunderstood speed tiers for Urshifu for sure. If he wasn't scarfed, I believe I would have won that match, and I think that was the match that I had opened up with in the second one where we just kind of had to switch battle, or maybe it was the fourth one. I'm not 100% sure, but you guys can let me know down below as well. There are a couple of things that I could have done better to maybe win those matches more. There wasn't any particular MVP. It didn't seem like any strat that I tried worked. So either people are wising up to what's currently available, so a lot of the Chien-Pao Dragonites are most likely going to get countered, and because they're going to get countered, they're going to see less use until more people become innovative to change them in a way to make it more durable. And you can already see that since most people are now running inner focus with Dragonite instead of using multi-scale. And again, I misunderstood multi-scale. I thought it would just automatically do damage to a third every single time, when it's actually half the damage that you get, but sometimes you could still get knocked out. That to me is insane, but what can you do about it? So Intimidates obviously are huge in this game. Lowering down stats is huge in this game. The problem that I come up with is, how do I use that effectively against my opponents when I've seen it used against me several different times? Besides doing the switching game, is there a Pokemon that I could use to lower down stats? I haven't come up with a suitable answer to that. So maybe we'll do some changes this weekend over the team to see what we can come up with. But today, because it is officially Thursday, the Pokemon World's live stream starts in a few hours. So I'll be listening to that at work. Yeah, I can't watch it live. I have to listen to it live at work. So wish me luck and learning what everyone is playing and what everyone is doing. I'm excited to listen to it. I do work overtime tonight, so I'll be doing a lot of listening to it. So hopefully it'll keep me company while I'm working my 10-hour shift. So yay. Oh, it's going to be fun. But for now, that's going to be the end of the video. That's going to be the end of today's episode for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, where we climbed the rank ladder using a team that we built from scratch. Beyond the badge, as it were. And the changes to the names will come soon, I promise. I just haven't had the time to do it yet. Maybe tonight. I can't really do anything tonight. Without further ado, thanks for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and Pokefans alike. I appreciate you getting to this point. Please do all the YouTubey things. Like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't. Subscribe if you're new or if you are a returning viewer. And you can help prove my Uncle Mike right by clicking the bell notifications on and selecting it to all. I do release Pokemon generally 6 days a week, but you'll be receiving a 7th video today because I wasn't able to make it to last Saturday. That's how I make it up to you guys. And lastly, happy Thursday. Do your best. The week's almost over, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Till then, see you later. Peace.